So y'all have dragged Michelle Collins so much that they finally got her a better chair where she does not look like the Jolly Green Giant, because all of the Twitter comments was about her in that chair. So you guys got your wish. She got a much better chair. And I'm starting to think that maybe it was the camera angles that had her looking like that, because Michelle Collins, she's a big girl, right? You know, ain't no way of hiding that, but they had her looking gigantic. So maybe it was the camera angles or whatever. Maybe they had to fix that up. But listen, can we be real about 90 Day Fiancé Live? They don't need to do it. They really don't. I don't think they have yet mastered how to make this work, because Michelle is obviously being rushed and it makes her look bad. Michelle is a veteran. Like, Michelle Collins has been doing this for a very long time. So when I first started watching the show, I was really shocked at how poor her skills were as a host. And I realized it's not her, because I was shocked. I was like, Michelle Collins knows what she's doing. And I didn't understand why she was having such a difficult time. But then I realized that throughout the show, she's being given directions and, you know, thrown to this and thrown to that. Anybody who is good at what they do would be thrown off by something like that. Like, I just don't think the formula is quite there yet for them to keep on doing this. And also, I don't know why it's necessary. They haven't given any reason for me watching it why it should remain a live show. It can be an edited show. Have your host look good. Like, she just doesn't, I don't know, like, for people who don't know her or her resume, you're just like, oh my goodness, what is she doing? But I know her resume. I don't know her personally, but I know her resume. I know her from the industry, and I don't get why they have her looking like this. Like, Michelle knows what she's doing, but this show, this 90 Day Fiancé Live formula, they don't have it. It doesn't make much sense why they keep it live. Like, I don't know why it needs to be live. So people could comment on Twitter and their tweets could be seen. Like, really? That's it? That's why you're putting on this show like this? I don't know. No shade to the producers. Y'all give a great show, but this 90 Day Fiancé Live, we got to work on this a bit more. Make it a 90 Day Fiancé after show and just have it already filmed and edited and ready to go. It would be so much smoother. Everybody will look great. We will still get the tea, and the viewers will not bash the show. There was also a lot of unnecessary cleavage on the show, from Molly to Ashley's friends. Like, I'm like, what is going on? Like, here is the thing. I know that Molly is selling her lingerie line, so that's why she had to show the bra. The thing about it is, it looked like a mistake. That's the thing. If it looked intentional, I could get with it, but the whole time I'm looking like, is there a pin or something? Like, it just didn't look like this was the style I was going for. It looked like, hey, I lost a bit of weight. This is a jumpsuit I used to be able to fit, and I can't fit it anymore, but I don't have anything else, so let's go on TV. Although I feel like Molly has done so much better since Louise and has really started to come into her own, I still feel like she's living in a fairy tale land, because if you watched her season, you saw that Luis was scamming from day one. And for her to still be struggling, like, I don't know if he was here to get into the United States or was using me. And I'm like, sis, we all saw that he was clearly using you. It was very obvious from day one. How do you still not see it at this point after everything you've been through? And then to say that what you guys had was real and you were blinded by certain things. And I'm like, Molly, you were blinded by the pain. She wanted somebody young and black. Can we be real? Because she got a type. She wanted something young and black that she could float around and have sex with and do whatever she wanted, and also have somebody just be, you know, loving on her, because that's what she wanted, that's what she needed, that's what she missed from her previous relationship. And she also thought that Luis was going to be someone who fawns over her because she brought him to the United States. And it didn't really happen that way. So I don't know why she was honest about a lot of other things, or why she was able to finally see what we all were able to see and then not see that part. Maybe she's still dealing with it and doesn't want to fully see the truth in that, because then she has to come to grips with some of the things that she's been dealing with internally. But I think she's working through it. I mean, she's losing weight. She looks great. She looked great tonight. I just wish the bra looked intentional. And also, Molly, real talk, he was with that chick from day one. You were taking care of him and that chick. And if he could have held you on a little bit longer, you would have been taking care of Luis, his new wife and his new baby, okay? There are a lot of people who are in relationships and don't really know that their partner is in a relationship with somebody else that they're taking care of. So this is not something new, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people have dealt with this. I just don't think that Molly has come to terms with the fact that this was her situation. I still think she's in the stage of, oh no, that didn't happen to me. Oh girl, yes it did. Okay, so Molly has an engagement ring from her best friend, but their relationship is platonic. What in the lesbian? It's like, what? Molly, that didn't make any sense. Michelle was struggling to understand. Even Molly was struggling to understand. I'm like, oh girl, is this gonna be your storyline? You know what? I think the producers need to get her brother on the show. I think if they don't get her brother on the show, it'll be a missed opportunity because he's doing the same thing that Molly is doing. Like, he's in a relationship with a woman in Norway. He's about to bring her over here to become engaged and married and go through the whole 90-day fiance thing. Oh, maybe not. Unless she has dual citizenship, then I don't think it'll work. But if not, I think it'll be a missed opportunity if they don't, you know, get a chance to film this wacky family again. They were good TV. Molly's good TV. Her kids, good TV. The brother, good TV. So I think it'll be a missed opportunity if they don't tap into that. But knowing these producers, because I'm starting to find out that TLC producers are just as shady as Bravo producers. So they probably on it already. So now we get to Ashley's friends. What in the whole hell? Ashley's friend, I could not get her name because I was so focused on Brandy. The one in the plum glitter dress, I thought that was really cute. I did think it was a little much for, you know, where she was at, but I still thought it was cute. But Brandy, it was a whole situation. I mean, the bodycon dress with the mesh cutout, the sequins bra, the hair. I swear it looked like the producers had run up on her while she was doing a walk of shame and was just like, do you want to film this TV show today? Because she just did not look like she was finished. It just looked like there was still more to be done, but this is her look. Like, that is her style. Whatever that is, she was okay with coming on TV like that. Like, she watched the show and saw her hair and then came on 90-Day Fiancé Live with that same hair. This show has a hair and makeup team and a wardrobe team for the guests as well, not just for Michelle. They have it for the guests as well because you don't want to have a Jessie situation where you come on TV in your bright orange and what's being talked about is not being focused on because you're looking at the bad makeup or the hairstyles. So what Brandy showed up in, I guarantee you they tried to put her in something else. I guarantee you they tried to do her hair. I guarantee you they tried to do her makeup and get rid of those 1920s eyebrows. But this is what she wanted to do. Like, you can't piss the talent off. So they probably was just like, this is what she showed up with. She said that she showed up hair and makeup ready and wardrobe ready. So this is what she came on TV with. This is what she fought to wear on national TV. You know what? Now thinking about it, I applaud her. Girl, live your truth. This is who you are. Hey, if you like it, I love it. No, I don't. I'm lying. Also, I feel like Ashley's friends are trying to keep up the drama because I think they're in on it as well. Because like I said before, we saw Ashley's wedding photos and Natalie was right next to her looking like the maid of honor. So I'm thinking the friends are trying to keep the drama up because I think that Ashley and Jay are going to be on Happily Ever After. So I'm thinking they're trying to keep up the drama because when Michelle was asking them questions, it looked like they were trying to find what to say and not like they were trying to find what to say because there was an issue. It felt like they were searching for the storyline. I don't know. How did you guys feel about that? Because to me, it looked real produced. Every time Michelle Collins says, I need the tea, a gay black man loses his edges. She says it so much that it's like triggering at this point. Give me the tea. What's the tea? Let me hear the tea. Stop, Michelle. You don't say that in your everyday life. You're trying to like say something to be catchy and fun, and it just looks so mechanical. I can't. Let's talk about Tara, the woman claiming to be Steven's mama. Like, here's the thing. We don't have enough backstory on Steven's actual mother. in their relationship. All we have is that he doesn't talk to her and he considers Tara to be like a second mom. Here's the problem that I have with Tara. We don't know, we haven't met Steven's mother, so we haven't been able to make our own judgment on her, or like, you know, or have an overall grasp of the situation with his parents. We know his father passed away. We know that he has a strained relationship with his mom. I still don't think that it gives Tara license to speak about Steven's family the way she was speaking. Like, she was taking a lot of ownership about the good things of Steven, and then the negative things, she was throwing it on his family. And then she was saying, oh, I'm gonna give him a good talking to because I didn't like the way he talked to Olga, but you know, he's like that because of his family and this is what he grew up in. And I didn't like it because I didn't see you taking Steven to the airport. That was his grandparent. I didn't see you, you know, giving Steven advice or being concerned or crying about him going to Russia. That was Steven's grandmother. So I don't know. There's just not enough information for me to be like, you know, Tara's right. That family is horrible. Because here's the thing. The fact that she is so readily available to talk negative about his family and just was really loving being in this position, that bothers me. Because my thing is, if you really cared for him, you would want him to heal that relationship with his mom. Like, you wouldn't be speaking negatively about his mom. You would really be trying to mend that. She gave me opportunists. She really, really did. She was really into those cameras, and I just didn't feel comfortable with her being somebody who would be guiding Steven in this new spotlight that he's in. And also for her trying to take credit for just all the good things about him. And then, oh, I taught him how to treat a woman. And I'm just like, you taught him how to treat a woman, then you need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe he needs to talk to his mother about how to treat a woman because you failed. He treats Olga terribly from what we've seen, Steven. Maybe you've gotten better, but from the show, you treat her horribly from what we've seen. I don't know. How do you feel about Tara? She was just giving me too much. And the fact that she was acting so above Steven's family, like she is just so much better. She took this kid who was thrown out into the streets and she, you know, nurtured him back to life. And I'm like, you look like you have some issues. She gives me recovery, okay? I was looking at her like, you seem like you've had a, you know, sordid past and you've been able to come out of that, but you can't sit up here on your high horse and act like you're better than Steven's parents, because if anything, it looked like you was probably partying with them back in the day. That's what I see, it's the cheeks. They give it away every time. Jesse, I'm telling you, he is going to do whatever he can to stay on this show. Because when Michelle was trying to talk to him, he was talking about how beautiful the American women are, and he's meeting a lot of beautiful American women, and now he's a motivational speaker, and he's so thankful to the show and the opportunities. And I'm like, oh, Jesse, we already have seen your whole plan and scam. We're done. The fact that I left that season feeling bad for Darcy when I originally felt bad for Jesse because I thought that he had tapped into some crazy over in the United States. Come to find out he was a psycho. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait a minute. You're crazier than Darcy? And Darcy got problems. Let's be real. She has issues. Let me take that crazy out. Darcy has issues, right? Jesse used her. He completely used her for this show. He knew that this woman wasn't well, and he played into that to get on this TV show. And now that he's done with her, until he can use her again, you won't be seeing him and her together. But I'm telling you, if Jesse can work this into another season of him on 90 Day Fiancé, I guarantee you he will. But the fact that him and Darcy have become so volatile, I think he's looking for another American woman. And trust, there's going to be an American woman that will want to go on this ride with him. There's always an opportunist. There's always an opportunist ready to meet up with another opportunist to just secure the bag at any cost. It happens. So I'm not surprised, but it was just too much. He was such a ham. I couldn't take it. I was like, enough. Are we done? And then, listen, Michelle, yes. Like I said before, I think she's good at what she does, and she is a veteran. The issue is that, and I wish she would listen to some of the comments, because I think a lot are just negative for no reason, and there's just miserable people out there. It happens, right? Some of the comments are about her cutting people off. I don't think she's intentionally doing that. I think she has the producer in her ear telling her, cut to this, cut to that, cut to that, cut to that. I think what would help Michelle do a better job of 90 Day Fiancé Live, if we keep it live, is if she doesn't mention every blunder. Oh, they're telling me to go here. Oh, I got to cut you off. I'm sorry. They're telling me to do that. Oh, I got to do this. Like, don't tell us your next move. Just ask the next question. You know what I mean? Get to help the person that you're interviewing get to the point where you feel like that question is being wrapped up and say, you know what? I never thought about it like that. Also, how do you feel about, just move it into the next question instead of telling us that you got to cut them off because you got to get another question in. I don't know. It's like you're taking us behind the curtain and we don't want to be. We just want to be in the audience. You don't have to open up the curtain to show us how everything works. Just, do the gig. I've been in that position. Guys, you have no idea how difficult it is to host a live show. And then to have somebody in your ear. I've done a live show, not with cameras. You got multiple cameras that you have to look at. It's a whole lot going on, and it's being placed on one person to basically steer the wheel of the show. And that's difficult. So I get it and I understand. Just a tip, not like I should be giving tips, but just from somebody watching, maybe not tell us all the issues that are happening and just go into the next question. It'll be very easy, but also it's probably difficult sitting up there and knowing that there are people who do not like the job you're doing. In saying that, I think she's doing a very good job, but that interview with Jesse was very cringeworthy. It was like, ooh, I want it to be over. Because Jesse is such a ham. He wanted to get things out. Michelle had to move the conversation along. It was a lot, but that was also the conclusion of 90 Day Fiancé Live. I love that preview that they are giving us of the next episode where we finally get Natasha's revenge, and I'm rooting for her. She has been treated horribly by Lita and her father. I am rooting for her all the way. I hope she tells him and her how she feels and does not show up to that wedding because they don't deserve her presence. They treated her terribly. They do not deserve her presence. But from what I know of Natasha from watching the show, she loves her father so much she will still probably go there, even though Lita will probably treat her terribly at the wedding. Anyway, if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you for the following episode of 90 Day Fiancé. See you soon. Happy holidays. Mwah.